You ever seen zebras engaging in no-holds-barred fights? No? How about an octopus taking on a shark one-on-one? Still no? Big mistake. Today, I will tell you about the most amazing animal clashes ever caught on camera. And if you watch until the end, you'll witness a fight with an unpredictable outcome. Enjoy the show. Zebra fight. I'll start with one of the most unexpected battles. A quiet African morning, a few zebras come to drink. At first glance, these striped horses seem peaceful and harmless, but suddenly, something goes wrong. In the center of the conflict are two males who didn't share a nearby female. During the mating season, competition among males becomes particularly fierce. The males stand on their hind legs and deliver powerful blows with their front hooves. The fight gets more intense. Zebras bite each other's necks, push, and try to knock each other down, but suddenly it all stops. Most likely, both males were exhausted and decided to part peacefully. Fights among zebras are normal. Most often, they occur between males competing for females. Sometimes they fight for territory, which provides them with food or resting places. These clashes can be quite brutal, and the defeated male often has to leave and find a new group or habitat. Such fights play a crucial role in maintaining the social structure and controlling zebra populations, ensuring the survival of the strongest. Sloth versus eagle. The next fight is no less interesting than the previous one. The tropical forests of the Amazon, which seem peaceful and serene at first glance. But every day, an incredible drama of wild nature unfolds here. The eagle is one of the most powerful predators in the bird world. Its sharp eyesight allows it to spot even the slightest movements among the dense foliage. It seems that the sloth, living in the trees, is a vulnerable and slow prey for the powerful eagle. But its slowness is not a flaw, and you'll soon see why. From above, the eagle begins its attack. Its swift dive is a strike few can escape, but the sloth is not so simple. It confidently moves through the jungle and easily defeats its opponent. The eagle is caught off guard. When the sloth's claws touch its chest, the eagle decides to retreat, fearing the worst. Nature always finds a balance. Every creature, regardless of its speed or strength, has its unique means of defense and attack. At least this video proves that slow and steady movements can be deadly. Octopus versus shark. Have you ever eaten octopus? Personally, I don't find them very tasty, but sharks have a different opinion. Generally, being an octopus in a tank with sharks is not pleasant, and usually, small octopuses become prey for sharks. But not this time. Our hero is a cold-blooded master of camouflage and a shark hunter. The octopus slowly glides among the corals, changing color and texture to blend in with the surroundings. Meanwhile, the shark patrols its territory in search of prey. The toothy predator spots potential prey and starts approaching cautiously, preparing to attack. The shark lunges, but the octopus is ready to defend itself. It instantly releases an ink cloud to confuse the predator and wraps its tentacles around the shark's head. The shark violently shakes its head, trying to break free, but all attempts are futile. This is likely not the first shark this octopus has killed, but it's the only instance captured on video by aquarium staff. This fight showcases the amazing adaptability and survival skills of both species in the wild. Mongoose versus Cobra. Now we head to the savannah, where nature intensifies the struggle for survival. Here, under the scorching sun, a mongoose is exploring its territory in search of prey. Suddenly, it senses something wrong. The thoughtful or perhaps love-struck mongoose takes on more than it can handle, trying to save a squirrel from the deadly bite of a venomous cobra. It's interesting how many such brutal animal fights have a romantic undertone. Mongooses are known for their ability to fight snakes, especially cobras. A serious confrontation begins. The cobra, ready to strike, takes a defensive posture, spreading its hood and raising its head. It makes the first move, but the mongoose quickly reacts, dodging to the side. Agility and speed are its main allies in this fight. The mongoose provokes the cobra into attacking, but it still manages to get bitten on the nose. And although the cobra ultimately wins, the mongoose's spirit will remain to fight another day. And the charming squirrel, the cause of this battle, got a front row seat to see how a brave defender fights for its life. It's almost a win-win situation, except for one thing: the poor mongoose lost. Alligator versus python. Next, we visit the mysterious swamps and mangroves, home to some of the planet's most formidable predators. The murky waters of the Florida swamp have undoubtedly seen a lot of blood, but perhaps no fight has been as astonishing as this one. We see two relentless predators facing off in these waters: the alligator, known for its powerful grip and ruthlessness; the python, a strong and cunning hunter capable of strangling its prey to death. And here, the two predators notice each other. The python descends to the water, and the alligator senses the approaching threat and prepares for a possible clash. The alligator strikes first, but the snake is ready for the fight. It swiftly dodges the attack and with a single flick of its tongue, stops the massive alligator with bead-like eyes. One can only wonder what the snake said to cause such a reaction. Was it a threat, a promise, or just a moment of reflection? Whatever it was, the alligator, seemingly at an advantage, retreats at the last moment, literally with its tail between its legs. Perhaps it left to think of a clever comeback. In general, clashes between alligators and pythons in these areas are not uncommon. Both species are predators and significantly impact the ecosystem of these lands. Several cases have been recorded where a python tried to swallow a large alligator, ending tragically for both. The python burst apart and the alligator died of strangulation. Indeed, greed can be very fatal, not only for humans. Lone hippo versus pride of lions. You've probably heard that the lion is the king of beasts, but it's not true, and now you'll see why. In the video, a lone hippo emerges from the water and slowly heads toward the tall grass. A pride of lions watches from behind the bushes. The hippo, although it seems clumsy, is one of Africa's most dangerous animals. The lions, master hunters, understand that victory will require a great effort. They begin to circle the hippo, preparing to attack. The hippo, sensing danger, gets alert and ready for defense. The first lion lunges, but the hippo is ready for the fight. It quickly turns, opening its mouth wide and showing its huge tusks. The lions attack from different sides, trying to confuse the hippo. But this massive creature doesn't give up, fighting back by trampling and biting its attackers. It's a well-known fact that a mob can take down even a lion, though in this case, it's a hippo. So, the hippo makes an excellent decision. It starts to run away. Not only does it manage to escape and kill one of the pride's fiercest hunters, but it also seems to outsmart the entire pride. Despite what people say, this video makes it clear that even a whole pride of lions cannot compare to a hungry hippo. Lions versus buffaloes. Here is yet another proof that the king of the beasts is far from being the lion. The African savanna is a place of relentless struggle for survival. A lone buffalo gets separated from its herd, slowing down on its way to the watering hole. The lions, noticing the straggler, start closing in. They surround the buffalo, drawing closer and closer. Our horned friend realizes he's in danger and begins preparing for defense. His strength and horns are his only protection. One of the pride's best hunters pounces on the buffalo, but he throws him off with a powerful strike. The lions cling to the buffalo's back and sides, trying to bring him down. The fight becomes increasingly fierce, and just when it seems that the poor buffalo is destined to become lunch, a whole herd of buffaloes appears to take on the lions. The lions understand that they stand no chance against such power and begin to retreat. Nature has once again proven that strength lies in unity. But here's the twist. They still leave their comrade behind as prey, proving that a pride of lions will show who your real friends are. So much for befriending buffaloes after that. Gladiatorial fights. Now, let me tell you about animals that fight for fun. I bet you'll never guess that I'm talking about elephants. These giants, symbols of strength and wisdom, sometimes engage in duels that are a captivating spectacle. In reality, elephants are very much like us. For example, they are also kicked out of their homes upon reaching sexual maturity. And as I mentioned, they fight for fun. Maybe humans didn't evolve from apes after all. But let's get back to the topic. After being expelled, elephants start feeding alone or in small bachelor groups, sometimes joining a herd. During this period, males often engage in play fights, pushing each other, intertwining their trunks high up, and crossing their tusks with mock anger. This helps them establish their hierarchy, which helps avoid serious fights when competing for a mate. However, the scars on experienced fighters' bodies, their torn ears and broken tusks indicate that real battles do happen sometimes. To intimidate an opponent, elephants raise their heads high, spread their ears, dig the ground with their feet, and break branches and tree trunks with their trunks while roaring. Only if this display of strength doesn't work do they use their tusks to inflict serious injuries on each other. All right, maybe I was slightly wrong. Elephants do turn out to be smarter than us at times. Northern macaques. And now, let me tell you about the smartest animals on this list. If you love complicating things, you'll definitely befriend them. Japanese macaques are the northernmost primates in the world. These amazing creatures have even mastered the mountain forests of the Japanese islands, where deep snow covers the ground for 4 months a year. How do they survive there? These clever animals have learned to improve their lives by warming up in hot springs, which are abundant on the Japanese islands. You've probably seen those cute videos of red-faced monkeys in hot springs, right? It's believed they acquired this habit relatively recently, after a female dared to climb into a spring for a throne treat in 1963. All these facts speak to the well-developed intelligence of these primates. But until recently, their herds were considered disorganized gatherings until scientists conducted special studies. It turned out that they have a complex social structure. For females, it's simple. A daughter takes on the same status as her mother. But males have to fight their way up from the bottom, using various methods. Some wait for their competitors to die. Some befriend higher-ranking individuals. Very similar to our society, isn't it? But the most common way for macaques is to earn their place by force. They hold bloody battles to decide who will become the alpha. But a few years ago, there was an anomaly. A female led a herd of more than 600 macaques. She managed to defeat her mother, and then every male who stood in her way, earning recognition and the leader's position in the herd. After that, she started behaving like a male, walking with her tail up and shaking tree branches. Apparently, this is what primitive feminism looks like. Lizard versus. And now what you've all been waiting for. The final battle with an unpredictable outcome. Let's go. A tourist from Greece, Costa Frangiskides, visiting Kainji Safari Park in Zambia during an excursion, witnessed a unique spectacle, a fight between a leopard and a monitor lizard. The outcome of this clash was almost impossible to predict. The monitor lizard, a powerful reptile capable of breaking predators' bones with its tail strike, was definitely not going to give up. Frangiskides managed to capture this unique event on video, which gained over 1 million views on the first day. According to the tourist, 2 leopards were sitting next to the lizard, watching him intently and clearly wanting to snack on him. But in the end, only one decided to attack. The leopard, a master of stealth and hunting, tries to approach its prey unnoticed. But the monitor lizard is no fool and, sensing the predator's approach, raises its head to assess the situation. The leopard makes a swift leap, but the lizard reacts instantly, turning around and, showing its sharp claws and teeth, starts furiously swinging its tail from side to side. The battle begins. The lizard fends off the leopard for a long time, repelling all his attacks with its powerful tail. But at one moment, losing vigilance, the lizard makes a serious mistake. The leopard approaches from behind and successfully attacks, grabbing the lizard by the neck and dragging it into the bushes. According to the photographer, the video turned out stunning. Even though the lizard can't survive the attack, the lizard's tail is its formidable weapon. With it, the reptile can break predators' bones, tear skin to the bone, and pierce the protective scales of other large reptiles. But the most important thing in a fight is concentration and attention, because missing just one strike, you become the desired prey. Amazing fights, aren't they? By the way, write in the comments which one you like the most. Personally, I like the last one because just think, Such a small tail, yet so powerful it can break bones. In our society, the most formidable weapon is money. So, if you also want to get some, I know what to offer you. We are looking for scriptwriters, narrators, editors, and creative producers for our videos. Interested? Then follow the link in the description and apply. Thanks for watching.